The Magical Readathon is coming. Are you ready to choose your wizarding career?
Turn it, pages keep turning, those pages. Time flies when you've read it.
How to explain the Magical Readathon Owls edition. Basically, this is a readathon based off the wizarding tests in Harry Potter, but that's not all. You also get to choose which career you want in the wizarding world, and that determines which classes you need to pass, or more literally, which book prompts you need to complete. I will leave a link to the Readathon's creator, Book Roast's announcement video in the description of this video, where you can get all of the details and the links to the cool documents that I am about to reference in this video. And since this readathon takes place throughout the entire month of April, this will also be my April TBR. Okay, let's go. Last year I became a magi zoologist, someone who takes care of magical creatures, which I'm only mentioning because it'll be relevant to one of my prompts later. Yes, it will. So this year I am going after the career of wand maker. So I chose the wand maker career because the prompts for that career actually fit the books that I wanted to read the best. So I kind of went about it in a little bit of a roundabout way, choosing the books first and then trying to fit prompts to the books I wanted to read, rather than doing what I normally do, which is try and find books that fit the prompts. Hopefully that made sense. So, for the wand maker, I need ancient runes, arithmancy, care of magical creatures, charms, and herbology. So then if you bring up the prompts guide document, you will see what the prompts for the different classes are. And for the wand maker, first one I need is ancient runes, which is Heart Rune, a book with a heart on the cover or in the title, and I have chosen A Heart So Fierce and Broken by Bridget Kemmerer. I recently read the first book, A Curse So Dark and Lonely, and I absolutely loved it, so this book is perfect. And then for arithmancy, it's to read a book outside of your favorite genre. My favorite genre is fantasy, so anything that's not fantasy, which kind of sucks because I mostly just want to read fantasy. But I'm going to read Unscripted by Nicole Conzer, which is a contemporary, and this is about a girl who is like the first female to join this certain improv group, and kind of drama happens. I don't really know that much about it, but this is an arc that comes out in April, and we'll see if I read it before the date it comes out. I might do a review, I might not. We'll just see how all of that goes, but this is the book I'm reading for arithmancy. Next is Care of Magical Creature, and the prompt for this one is hippogriffs. Read a book with a beak on the cover somewhere. That actually fits with one of my most anticipated reads of the year, King of Crows by Libba Bray. This is the 4th book in the Diviners series, and I am so excited to read it. And if you get up close there on the cover, there is a crow, and the crow has a beak, as crows do, and so that is what I'll be reading for that prompt. And then we have Charms, which the prompt is to read a book with a white cover. For that I have chosen Hunted by Megan Spooner. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I recently hauled it in a recent book haul. Pro tip, do not spray peppermint spray in your face when you have mascara on, because it will sting and just destroy everything. Okay, the robe was killing me, so I had to get rid of it. Now we are on herbology, and the prompt for herbology is a title that starts with an M. So I have My Lady Jane by Cynthia Hand, Brody Ashton, and Jody Meadows. This is a historical fiction comedy about Lady Jane Grey, and I also hauled this in my recent book haul. So I'm very excited to read it. And along with herbology, that actually goes along with one of the additional training / certifications you can get in this readathon. It's very detailed, which is mermaid linguistics. You could be like an ambassador for mermaids or something, and all you need for that is herbology. Since I'm already doing a career with herbology, I really want to go for that as well because I love mermaids. They're so fun. And the other sort of special training certification you can get that I really want to do is a dragon tamer. So you can basically learn how to like take care of dragons and stuff. And I love dragons. So I'm going to do that. And that's where my whole Magi zoologist certification from last year comes in, because in order to be a dragon tamer, you have to already be a Magi zoologist and also read an additional book on dragons or involving dragons. So I'm going to read Into the Land of the Unicorns by Bruce Coville. I loved this book when I was younger, and so I actually really want to reread it. And those are all of the prompts for becoming a wand maker / the special training that I personally want to do. But also in order to do a certain level on your exams in general, like in order to get an A in I guess all of your classes, you have to read 2 books total. In order to get an E, you have to read 6 books total. And in order to get an O, you have to read 9 books total. So that kind of opens it up to doing a second wizarding career, which is interesting because in the readathon, you're not technically supposed to be allowed to go after more than one career at one time, but that doesn't really make any logical sense if you think about it, because in real life, if you have certain qualifications, you can use that for multiple jobs. So, but I'm rambling. So I still have a couple quote backup careers if either I don't complete all of the prompts for the wand maker for whatever reason, or if I feel like switching books. I don't know. So the prompts that fit with books that I want to read are, so to become a culinary sorcerer, I only need to also pass potions class, which is to read a book under 150 pages. Now this actually is 160 pages, so I think that's close enough in my opinion. Or I might get the book The Tea Dragon Festival out of my library. My library is currently closed because of the whole virus quarantine situation, but if it opens in time, I would like to read that, and that would qualify for either the Dragon Tamer thing, because it's got dragons in it, or potions, because it's under 150 pages. Or if I don't end up being able to get that book out, I also have Van Von Hunter is like 160 pages as well, so I feel like that's close enough. And then some other classes that I have books that fill prompts for, I'll just go through them real quick so this video doesn't need to be much longer. Is History of Magic, a book featuring witches or wizards. For that I have Slayer by Kirsten White. This has been on my TBR for the last couple months. You probably noticed in my videos. I really want to read this, but I haven't gotten to it yet. And this is in the universe of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so it has witches and wizards, even if they're not actually in this book. They like exist in the universe, so close enough in my opinion. Transfiguration is a book that involves shape-shifting, so for that, this also qualifies because it's got zombies, so that's kind of like shape-shifting. And then also Night School, which I might have read for a readathon last year, the first volume. I want to reread this series, and I actually haven't gotten around to anything after the second book yet. And this has werewolves in it, so that counts as shape-shifting. And then for Defense Against Dark Arts, you need to read Something by the Sea. So I have Roar by Cora Carmack, which is about, I think she has like powers of storms or something like that. So I really would like to read this one. It sounds super interesting. And then Divination can literally be any book because you just kind of randomly number generate a TBR book, or astronomy, which is to read after dark, so I could do literally any of these books after dark if I want to. Or I could also read X 1999, which I think I also read the first volume in a readathon last year. I've actually never finished this series, and I have the first 6 volumes, and I've never read them. I keep reading the first book and then never continuing it. Don't know if that means I don't actually care that much, or I just am forgetful. I don't know. But this one I could easily read after dark. Or something else. I don't know. So that is it for my Magical Readathon / April TBR. Are you participating in the Magical Readathon? Let me know what your career choice is, or if you happen to be reading any of these books, if you've read these books. Let's chat in the comments. Talking to you in the comments always makes my day. And hopefully I do better at updating this readathon that I have last year. Because last year I kind of failed at updating. I don't think I'm going to be doing actual vlogs every single... I'm not going to vlog the entire month. I think I'll just kind of film updates when I finish a book. And then put that together. Maybe... I don't know, I'm thinking maybe weekly updates or something might be a little bit more manageable than telling myself I have to vlog every single day throughout the readathon, because I know that just never works out. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Bye!